Ahead of their meeting in the Highlands, 18 points separated leaders Celtic and third place Inverness. These two will clash again a week on Sunday in the Scottish Cup semi-final at Hampden. It's hacked away, Ross Draper winning the aerial battle, and Scott Brown looks to release Leigh Griffiths here. He's got too much pace for Warren, who's just about getting back, but Griffiths gets the shot away. What a start for Celtic. Just over 2 minutes played. Leigh Griffiths has the goal, and the champions lead by a goal to nil. Some of the travelling support may have missed it. They may not have even got into the ground by this stage. But Griffiths, so accurate with the left boot. That's 12 for the season, 8 in his last 12 starts. It may not have been the cleanest strike, but the accuracy as it bounced its way and kissed in off the inside of the post, and Dean Brill was beaten. Just 2 defeats at home this season for Inverness Caledonian Thistle. That's swung in, it might come to Watkins at the back post. Raven now, oh, it's Christie, and Ofere turns it in. Celtic were only ahead for 1 minute and 48 seconds, but Eddie Ofere, in just his second start for Inverness, has scored his second goal for the club. Turned in, Denier got the first touch, it dropped back for Raven. Christie's effort was brilliantly saved on the line by Jason Denier, but he could only turn it out the way of Ofere, and he simply could not miss from just about 4 yards out. What a start to this game. Williams. Now Draper and Shinnie. And they're just going backwards a little here, Inverness, but that will allow them to keep possession, although Brill was being closed down quickly by Gary Mackay-Steven, and the goalkeeper has caught a sore one in the process. He really is in pain here. Mackay-Steven closing down the back pass. He had every right to go for it. Certainly no malice in the challenge from the winger, but Dean Brill is in trouble here. He's just back in the team, and it looks like his game is over. And John Hughes has a decision to make here, and it will be that Ryan Essen will replace Dean Brill. With sympathetic applause from the home crowd, and a sad sight for the goalkeeper. Ofere managing to hold the ball up. Denier though gets it forward to Griffiths. Johansson beat on, initially away from Warren, but the defender managed to retrieve possession, but it's been given away by Watkins. Armstrong to Emilio Izagiri. Beat on now, threads it through for Johansson, and Essen with the stop. And good to get his hands on the ball. He has been in the team in the last few weeks. Challenge coming in from Shinnie. Now Mackay-Steven, who gets the boos. Of course, remember, he was at Ross County in his youth career. Brown. Now Van Dijk. And near Beaton. Celtic have now just conceded 8 goals on the road in the league this season. Brown swivels inside, hits it on the right foot, but there's Essen, no problem to deny Scott Brown, who's only scored in 1 league game this season. That came in a double against St Mirren back in December. Johansson turns effortlessly. Mackay-Steven wins the ball back. Still going Mackay-Steven. There was a tug there from Ross Draper, who has a quiet word with Mackay-Steven. And Draper finds his way into Craig Thompson's notebook. Fairly blatant pull of the arm. It's Johansson, there's Ambrose! Touched over by Essen. Well, Efe Ambrose's last goal was in a 6-0 win for Celtic against Inverness just under a year ago. Won by Van Dijk. Christie though, and now that's a lovely ball out by Tansey. Williams. Shinnie makes the challenge on Brown, but Ambrose will get there. Given away though. Williams. Tansey again. This time clipped in for Watkins. Well, it was a half chance for Marley Watkins. The burden of goal scoring has fallen on his shoulders ever since Billy Mackay departed for Wigan Athletic. It's Tansey with the in-swinger. Well, Meeking's got a sighting of goal there. Perhaps put off by the run of Ofere just behind him. He couldn't hit the target. Armstrong now with the free kick, and it's Jason Denier. Essen saves. Denier, who has been a useful route to goal for Celtic this season. 6 for the campaign. Armstrong with the corner, Van Dijk rose. Oh, it's gone all the way through. And I don't think anyone got a touch on that. The wind playing its part, blowing in off the Murray Firth. Very difficult to deal with. And this went all the way through. I don't think Jason Denier was expecting that. No wins in 6 in the league for Inverness. Corner headed away. Here's Raven, always rising. Craig Gordon was pretty confident that was going to go over the top. David Raven, who has just the 1 goal in over 100 appearances for Inverness Caledonian Thistle. Brown onto Commons, and he looks lively since coming off the bench. Armstrong, Commons, one-touch stuff back to Stuart Armstrong. A man who came through the youth ranks with Inverness, Stuart Armstrong. That will go out of play. A cheer goes up. It's a well-earned point for Inverness Caledonian Thistle. Their 4th win at home on the bounce, but they will be happy to take it after Leigh Griffiths puts Celtic ahead after just over 2 minutes. But Inverness fought straight back. It's a valuable point. Celtic's run of 5 victories on the bounce has been broken. Full-time score in the Highlands, 1-1.